So, you guys, this message that I'm picking up at this time, I am not trying to scare anyone, okay? But I am getting though at this time, like, be very cautious, okay, when it come down to whoever this child that I am picking up on. Whoever you are, you have a very gifted child, okay? Your child is very smart. It's something about like their academics, okay? It's something about the things that they know at the age. It's something about pronunciation, like words that they are pronouncing at the age that they are. It's also like, things that at their age are standard. They feel like a child shouldn't really know this much. So, okay, you know how like when they have like those different type of like when it come down to they'll send you like a letter about a flu shot, or they'll send you a letter about doing like dental, or something about an eye exam, okay? um be cautious with that, okay? One-on-one on the clock, because it's something where they see like your child is very gifted, okay? I'm looking here at this page of pentacles, okay? It's something 111 on the clock. It's something about your child, okay? And it's like they see your child as a threat in a way, because they're like, how is it that this child, I'm hearing like they've been here before, confirmation. So it's like they like, how does this child know so much? How are they so, educated in this? Or it's like your child also could be like a jack of all trades at an early age, or they could be someone that I'm not picking up on a certain age for one. I'm just getting like whoever your child is, they're very gifted. 144. So you have to be very cautious when it come down to certain people being around them. When it come down to them asking like to do certain things, because look, the Hierophant in reverse, because it's like they want to be able to stop. They want to be able to control this child. Temperance in reverse, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse too, because it's like they want to slow this child down. You see the Knight of Swords, because it's something about your child being ahead of their time. 211 on the clock, okay? Yeah, Five of Swords. So it's like they want your child to feel like, you know, separated from everyone. They could be like being mean to your child. This teachers, this could be doctors, this could be nurses that I'm picking up on. This is like adults that I am picking up on. So just make sure. I think I put a reading out before about, something pertaining to this. I think it was on my TikTok about, watching your child carefully and asking them, how when they come from school, how things go. And I'm glad, my child is at a, point in his life where he able to communicate with me, and tell me things. Cause I'd be like, some of the things he tell me, I'd be like, well, why would your teacher say that? Or why would, you know what I'm saying? Cause and I'm glad that he come and tell me these things. So always listen to your kids is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, 303 on the clock. Because yeah, Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's something about your child does not have like the mentality of, your child could be the age of 5, okay? Your child could be 5, but they're very gifted. They know a lot, okay? And it's something about they don't have like a um a normal 5-year-old mindset, or whatever age this child is what I'm getting. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you, they seeing your child as I just heard AI. 333. Yeah, the moon in reverse here. But I'm more so getting like I say, someone that has been here before. So they see your child. It's like they trying to research. They trying to study your child. So this is why they could be sending like different things to your home. Like, hey, we doing like eye exams, or hey, we doing the dental. Like, be careful on that, okay? Yeah, the Fool here in reverse with the Two of Pentacles. Cause I don't know why I'm getting like um for some of you, like, uh if your child don't already, because I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you have a child that don't really get sick, but but soon as they like either, and I know once kids get around each other, they get like a bug or something of that sort. But this is deeper than that, because I feel like I say, when it come down to them like sending things home, asking you to be a part of it or whatever, and you already, have like doctors for your kids, I feel like this is a red flag, okay? This is like, yeah, just, yeah, be careful with that, okay? Yeah, High Priestess, I cannot make this up. 444 on the clock with the Tower, because it's like they trying to stop, they're trying to control, okay? So, and it's crazy that this coming out, because the other day they had told me that my child needed that my child came home probably about a week ago, and said that the teacher told him he needed glasses. And so then I was saying in my head, well, your teacher not a doctor. I said, you just had an eye exam recently, right before school day. Your doctor didn't say that. But anywho, um, then I say a week later, they sent a letter home saying, no, first they sent me a text message, okay? And they said something about it, but I didn't ever respond. Then they sent me a letter or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Let me set an appointment with his actual doctor. And just like I said, he don't need them. But it's just you have to be cautious and careful of what they doing. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, okay? And also listen to your kids, because as soon as my child had told me that, then that came about, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, that's when I'm thinking like, why they want to do all these exams all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? 555 coming on the clock now. You have to be careful. 7 of Swords in reverse, because they be, on some sneaky ill with stuff. You feel me? King of Cups in reverse with the Magician in reverse, because the simple fact your child is well advanced, sits on the clock. Okay? So, yeah, Queen of Cups, I'm telling you. And the Queen of Pentacles. And you nourish this child. You protect this child. You love this child. And they see that. Okay? And some people will try to, go for a child, like attack a child in ways of trying to make them mad, to be in some type of distorted energy, or, like I said, they would try to have other kids probably like bully them and stuff, like, because that's the energy that I'm kind of getting to as well, or like try to cast them out. So just, if you have the time, pop in, if you can, like go to the school, pop in on your child, see what's going on, or make sure you're active to see, just to make sure they're not trying to, make your child feel abandoned, or, not be themselves, okay? Because they want people to be like, all alike. Like, no, that's not possible. Like, your child is someone that is very, mystic is what I'm getting. But they want this child to be, to grow up to be someone that doesn't know what love is, okay? They don't want them to know what standards is, okay? It's like they want them to be in some type of low vibrational energy. I also read an article the other day, okay, because I'm in Florida, and it was an article saying about how a lot of Florida schools, how a lot of parents in Florida are actually, starting to homeschool their kids due to bullying, or due to the teachers that's in the, school system now. They're not really, educating like that, or it's like they're more so trying to control the narrative, but it's coming from the higher ups though. It's not them. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's not them. Yeah, it's coming from the higher ups. The Emperor in reverse. Okay, the leader. Okay, this is like what they're wanting. Okay, the curriculum that they teaching and things of that sort. It's like, yeah, death here with the Eight of Cups. That's why I say it's a lot of people waking up, realizing what they're doing to our kids. Okay, even the things that they're feeding them. A lot of people have started making their kids lunches and things of that sort. Okay, so yeah, like, yeah, the world with the moon. Okay, this is something hidden. This is something that I want you to know. It's like a tactic. Ace of Wands in reverse with the Lovers here in reverse and the Page of Cups. They want our kids to not be able to express love, or to be able to express themselves. As soon as a child expresses themselves, it's, oh, they did this or they did that, or, they're being bad, but it's their way of expressing it. It's like they want our kids to be able to hold back, and just be like, okay, this is what it is, and this is how it go. But they don't want our children to think for themselves. Thank you, Holy Spirit, because I couldn't really get it out. They don't want our kids to think for themselves, 909, okay? So, yeah, it's a lot of manipulation going on, okay, when it come down to that. Yeah, Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Swords came out, y'all. Come through, Spirit. Because it's like, it's getting to the point where, like, the world, the leader, yeah, God is tired, Hierophant. And when it comes down to these kids, God not playing. The Sun in reverse, okay? Wanting them to be in this distorted energy. Page of Wands in reverse right behind that, okay? So that's why I say you just have to make sure you being active, and make sure you asking your child and things of that sort. Don't always listen to, and you do have some, I'm not saying, not to get on your child when they wrong in a situation, okay? 10 on the clock. But you also have to recognize the patterns, observe your child. Like if you really know your child like that, and I'm not saying y'all don't, but what I'm saying, 10-10, in order to break these cycles, these generational curses and stuff, stop, like listening. You got, I'm not, okay, let me see. Listen to what your child have to say. Don't assume stuff, okay? Because that's when they close off and don't want to really tell you anything, because the simple fact you come at them, you come at the net, or you going off on them or whatever the sort. But you also have to hear from what, the teacher is saying, or whatever, anybody, and then also hear their side of the story. And then you sit back and you meditate on that and you observe and really see what's really going on. Because it took some time for me to actually do that too within my child. Because I'm like, now, children may act different, don't get me wrong, when they, with their parent and then somewhere else. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, you also have to monitor and observe, okay, the actions of others and how they'll, act upon your kids just because of who you are, or just because the energy your child withhold, or just because they're very smart, or just because they're a jack of all trades, 11 on the clock. Like, your child is gifted. You can't help that, okay? So they always aim for that. I also had seen another article where a parent had said, a child that may have autistic or ADHD, like a lot of schools are not around in the area. It's actually 0 schools around in the area that actually, these kids can actually go to, because as soon as a child like act out, because like whoever this parent was, they actually is a part of the school board. And for them to speak out like this, they actually got tired, because they constantly having to leave their job to go pick their child up because they're saying that they have behavioral problems or something of that sort. But you have to be equipped, and you got to have a big heart to work with them type of kids, right? Or I'm not categorizing nobody child. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that because my child, he got ADHD. Well, I ain't living it. I'm not even gonna label that. But 12 on the clock, he's hyper. I'm gonna just say that my child is very hyper, and when he happy, he's happy. And people will take that as, oh, they're not listening or they're bad and things of that sort. But it's different, you know what I'm saying? And if you haven't been there to observe that child, how would you really know? Or if you haven't been around children like that, some teachers, I can say, I feel like, depending on how long they have been working for kids, working as a kindergarten teacher or a first grade teacher, because in those age ranges, for one, like kids are still, they only been on the planet for 5 or 6 years. So they still learning what yes and no mean and stuff and things of that sort. But it's something about your child. They understand, they respect, it's like, but at the same time, they don't like that because the other kids, they not listening. It's a gnat flying around right now. I'm telling y'all, monitoring spirits, 13 on the clock. But it's something about your child. So they want to attack your child and say they do this, that, and the third, okay? But just pay attention is what this reading is about, okay? Yeah, the Hermit in reverse, okay? 6 of Wands in reverse with the 5 of Cups and the Death. Because like I say, 1333, excuse me, this gifted child here that you have, they meant to, help change the world. That's what they're here for. So yes, they have been here before. Yes, they know their assignment, okay? So don't let 7 of Swords, these people do what they do to try to have your child confused or not be themselves with this lover's energy, okay? Wow, lover's coming out Gemini, and that's my child sign, Gemini. But yeah, they want these kids to be in this distorted energy, 1404, and because their gifts, because of how smart and intelligent they are, okay? Anything else, Holy Spirit, before we close this message out? Page of Swords. Some of you guys, they could watch your platform, okay? For some of you guys, you got certain maybe teachers or certain people attacking your children because of you, because of who you are, okay? Not just because who your child is, but because of who you are. They may not like you or may be jealous of you or something of that sort, okay? 5 of Pentacles. For some of you guys, these are people that you could have left out in the cold, people you don't, associate yourself with, okay? 10 of Wands, the Hangman. Some of y'all may not even, really talk to anybody. Eight of Swords in reverse, so people could make you feel like, y'all, my word is off today. What in the world? Let me slow it down. So people may feel like you being, bougie, or you feel like you too good to associate with them. 15 on the clock. But I feel like you on a different path, okay? With this High Priestess being out here, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. If you guys are married or in a relationship, it's all about home. It's all about your business, finances, okay? Your careers. That's what you're more focused on. You're not, focusing on trying to rebuild or rekindle relationships that have been broken, that could have hurt you, that could have, put you in a poverty situation. It's like you're learning things, okay? And on every level, there is a new devil, and you guys are realizing that. So you just don't want to associate yourself with certain energies anymore. So this is why these people could be coming for you, or, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't even really know these energies, it's just that your energy is so powerful. 1555. When these people see you, okay, I'm getting, you look like money, you smell like money, okay? You're very educated. You're very beautiful. You're very handsome, whoever you are. And it's like they will come for your kids just because of who you are, or the energy that you withhold, or the energy that your child withhold just from being your child, because the standards that you have put within that child. 16 on the clock. Okay, people will be mad at you because how you raised your child, because they didn't raise their child a certain way. Okay, and that's crazy, right? But that's what people will do. Okay, because they're not balanced, so they want you to be in balance. Page of Swords. So they will send this energy towards you, and then go look on your page to see if it's harming you. Okay, like what? People, look, Three of Pentacles. They group together, they come together, okay, and they send that energy. They talk about you, okay, whether you're doing good or not. It's like you the topic of the story because of some of your energy, okay? And like I said, you may not even speak to these people or say anything to these energies, so they feel some type of way, okay? I'm also getting privileged. Some of these energies feel like you are privileged. Seven of Pentacles, but they don't understand the hard labor that you had to go through. And when I say this, the sacrifices you had to make, okay? The changes you had to make, the things you had to do to go within, the things that you encountered, okay? That's what they don't understand. This is what brought you balance, okay? It's not the way you wear your hair. It's not the way you cut your hair. It's not the way you shave your beard. It's not the way what you wear. It's none of that. It's more so what's within yourself, your inner self. You have done the work, okay? You have done your shadow work. And this is why these people mad, because they need to go within. They need to heal. They need to do the shadow work. They need to break the cycles within their family dynamics so they could be able to be in the same energy as you and not be in competition with you, or not be mad at you or angry and want to, project on you, Justice here in reverse, yeah. They got to do the work. In order to be where you at in life, they have to do the work. This wasn't easy. That's what I'm getting with you. It was not easy. Not of Pentacles. They got to do the work in order to receive this, okay? They think this happened overnight for you. 18 on the clock, okay? That like it took, a couple of weeks for this to happen. No. You guys been working on yourself for a while. This is why you are in this energy that you are in. This is why you are in this energy of receiving. This is why you're happy in this joyful energy. So they want to take this smirk off your face, this smile off your face, and things of that sort, but they can't play God in your life, okay? With this Hierophant, Ace of War, and Ace of Awards. Awards, okay? But Ace of Swords with the Hierophant. But yeah, you receiving your awards, your accolades, or you about to, okay? And it's going to be done right in front of everyone worldwide, okay? Spirit is going to bless you worldwide in front of everybody because you did the work, okay? I feel like I'm on here preaching. I ain't trying to preach, but that's the energy that I'm really getting. These people mad and bitter because of your success, because of, you may not even have it like that for some of y'all. It's just that even though you may not have it, you waking up, you smiling, you still doing what it is that you do to get through your day, okay? And that will still make people mad just because of who you are. 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the 4 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, Judgment in reverse. I'm going to close this message out. Yeah, King of Pentacles, 2 of Cups in reverse. Like I said, these are people that's angry. They're going through what they're going through. 9 of Swords with the 10 of Wands. Yeah, they heavily burdened. So they want to project on you, okay? Or project on your kids. So, yeah, just, Be careful, because it ain't just like friends and family. It's deeper than that. It's bigger than that. Is what this message is about. Okay, you have a very gifted child. You are gifted, whoever you are that I am speaking to, whoever energy I am tapping into. And this is what they don't like. They see you as a threat. They see your child as a threat. Because I feel like whoever you are, it was passed down. You know, your child is gifted too. It was passed down to them too. Okay, they were here to help to change the world, and so are you. Okay, even if you didn't play a part, your part was to birth this child so they can make a change. So that's the message I have. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you guys. Mwah.